Hey guys, how are you? It's been a while. A lot has been going on since the last time I posted in my life, in the world, and in general. I hope you all are safe and well, and I hope that your families are doing well as well. It's a lot going on with the coronavirus and the loss of a lot of people, a lot of jobs, a lot of everything. Um, I've been gone because sometimes you just have to be obedient. And I've been stressing out, bugging out about what does my future look like? What am I going to do? How am I going to proceed? Blah, blah, blah. I stress a lot about that because it's a very big concern for me. And I like to be very aware of, I'm very planned. So I like to have at least the first 5 steps already put in place so then when I do them, I know what I'm doing. But life doesn't always work that way. So I was stressing out, bugging out for a while. And then God just said, Siobhan, sit down. You need to sit down. You need to relax because you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot of going around in circles and you haven't done anything um, very good for yourself because you're going around in circles. So, to my dismay, I listened. So I took the month of March just to reevaluate, get my mind together, get my peace back. I was doing things that I like doing versus things that I felt I should be doing. And that was good because I'm always doing what I feel like I should be doing versus what I want to do. Um, I did create another podcast, and it's called Siobhan's Reading Corner. It's on Spotify. And I'm posting a book once a week, commentary. So last month I did a review. I apologize, I forgot what the book was, but it's by Zora Neale Hurston. And this month I did a review on When We Believed in Mermaids by Barbara Neal, which is a very good book. It's a lot going on in it, a lot of different dimensions, a lot of levels, a lot of layers. So, if you're interested, again, my podcast is on Spotify, and my name on there is Siobhan's Reading Corner. If you're looking to find another book to read. Um, it's been a lot. There's been a lot going on, um, good and bad. So let's start with the good. The good is that I decided, like I said, to sit down and relax myself, and my stress level has decreased by a lot. My faith in God has increased by a lot, and I refuse to stress about nonsense. Um, I'm actually permitting myself to just be myself, and that really just means that there's part of me that has always been a free spirit, has always been, you know, I don't know. I think if I were born earlier in history, I'd have been a hippie. I would have. I'm very much so into thousands of colors, and I'm like a free spirit. Like, hey man, just live your life, enjoy the sunshine and the flowers. Like that's legit. My that's legit my view on things. Like, don't stress it. Just it'll work out. Do the work, but don't stress. Um, you know, there was a lot of acceptance that I had to have on my part versus what everybody else thought about me. You come to a sense of realizing that you know a lot of people, but they don't know you. And that was kind of hard to deal with, but it is what it is. Because the truth of the matter is, there's a lot of people who know of me, they know I exist, but they don't know me as a person. They know what they project about me. And it started to bother me a lot. It started to make me feel isolated, or in a way, because you give and give and give to people, and they don't even take the time out to know your favorite color, and you've known them for years, or they claim to be your friend and they don't even check to see how you're doing. You're always initiating conversation. Those things bother me. And I had to sit down and deal with the emotional concept of, you're not okay with this, and that's okay. It was hard because, in those instances for me, it's like I like to be an asset to people versus a liability. And when you have people in your life who don't really contribute to your life, they're more likely to be a liability than an asset, and therefore there's a decision to be made. So I've decided, instead of going off and yelling and screaming and, telling people about themselves, there's no point in that. I think silence has a lot more power than words do, because you're giving attention to things that don't necessarily need your attention. So I decided at this point, I'm not going to continue to project or explain myself when I have done it multiple times already, and there's a decision that I have to make for myself, and that's what I'm going to do. So that's good. Another good thing is, I had an interview last week and I got the job. Then I did another job assessment for another company, and I have to get on that because I passed the test, and they were like, all right, cool, we need you to do these samples, and then once you get through the samples, then we can see if you are really qualified to be here. And if I pass that, which I will, come on now, or not, but I feel genuinely that I'm confident enough to know that I'm going to pass that part. I'm going to get that job. So therefore, I'm going to have received 2 new jobs when all is done. And then I got an email from this research company. What they do is they have I volunteer in peer review and editing. So they send me the article. I have 2 weeks to review it, edit it, give my commentary on it, and then I send it back. If they deem it as appropriate, they give me a certification afterwards. So I wasn't expecting to get another one of those because I just did one in January, and the last time I did anything for them, they gave me another one a year later. So they must really be needing people right now. And I'm cool with it because I love to do editing work. And I love doing editing work. And it gives me the experience I need to go to my next steps, which actually coincides with one of the jobs that I'm trying to get right now. So I have that experience. And, it's like some people, they only want to do something for money. But I feel like if you don't do it for experience, you're never going to really know if you want to do it or not. I feel like volunteering is a good thing to do regardless if you have the time and the ability to do so. But get the experience. That experience is going to be worth so much more in the end, because now when you put it on your resume, you can say, I have X amount of time that I've done this, and you'll be credible. Versus, I'm not going to do that because I got other things to do, and they're not going to hire you because you haven't shown any level of experience. So that was a good thing. I enjoyed doing editing and proofreading, and it gives me a chance to open my mind to different concepts and ideas because of because they're scholarly articles. So they're doing projects on experiments and stuff like that, and you learn more when you do more. So that worked out. I like it. I'm almost done with that. And then I have to send that in, which is good. It's funny how life works, because for a long time I said, I really want to work from home, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. It's unfortunate the circumstances in which why I'm working from home, but I'm grateful for the experience because now I can see if I can really handle working from home. So then if I decide, when I decide actually to open my own editing company or whatever it is I decide to do or whatever God ordains me to do, if I decide to do it from here or from my home, I know that I can focus. I know that I can do a good job. I know that I can get the work done in the time I need to get it done. So now I don't have that fear of, well, am I actually going to do it? Is it going to be okay? Am I going to be comfortable? God works amazingly, and I'm grateful, and I'm so beyond words with that because it is something I've been always wanting to do. And I would apply for remote jobs and never get anything, never hear back or anything. But now with the job, with my current main job, I'm working from home. We have to do meetings through Zoom. I'm learning how to do that. I'm scheduling meetings on Zoom because apparently that's my job. So I'm scheduling the meetings. I'm sending out the reminders for the meetings. I'm dealing with clients. I'm still dealing with everything that I was dealing with when I was in the office. It's just now I'm home, literally. And I'm grateful for the experience because now I have confidence in myself and I can put down that I have worked from home so it looks better. Hence, again, don't take for granted what you shouldn't take for granted. If you could do it, do it. So those are good things. I started meditating again. I started taking my stretching more seriously because since I'm always home now, I don't have the 12-mile walk I usually do or more. I usually put in a lot of walking to get to work. But since I'm always home now, I don't have that same level of activity. So I have to make sure I keep my legs stretched out, my body limber so that when I do go back out and do whatever, I don't get tired as fast, stuff like that. Meditation is good for your mind, your spirit, your emotions, and it centers you, especially with a lot of information getting thrown at you and it's not always positive and it's a lot going on. So I'm back into my meditation and yoga because I need both right now. So those are good things. Those are the things that I'm getting into and that are benefiting me right now, and I'm grateful for all of them. This being quarantined is not a big deal for me personally because I live alone. I'm usually by myself anyway, so I don't feel no different than I would normally. I'm cooking a lot more, and that's because I'm in the house. So I'm cooking, I'm making smoothies, I'm eating fruit. I'm healthier, actually. I'm eating healthier than I was when I was going out because there's less temptation. I made a soup for the first time by myself, so I'm applauding myself for that. That was interesting, and it turned out really good. I've been making all types of smoothies, just experimenting with stuff, and thankfully they've turned out pretty good. Almost cut all my hair off because my hair gets on my nerves. So that's what you see right now. I don't know if I'm keeping this in or if I'm going to take it out, but it has saved me from cutting my hair off. So I don't really have a thing with hair like, oh my God, if I'm bald, I'm not attractive. Like, I don't have that problem. So I'm more likely to cut my hair off than to grow it out. This is by far the longest time I've kept my hair long. Normally by now, it will be gone. So I was very tempted. I was very tempted to cut it off. And so I made a decision. I said, Siobhan, it's either you cut it off or you twist it all up. So I did that. And it's okay. It keeps my hair out the way. And that's it. Like I said, at this point, I can either keep it in or take it out. We'll see how it goes. It took me a while to finish it because I got lazy a lot. But yeah. And I actually interlocked it because I don't want to be bothered. So I don't want it coming out or hairs everywhere. Like, can't do. Can't do. So, and I know I'm going to wash my hair soon. So I'm like, okay, before wash day comes, I really need to decide what I'm going to do. Because once I wash it, if I keep it this way and wash it, it's going to be harder to take out. We'll see how that goes. What else? What's the bad? You know what? I don't think I have anything bad to report. No, I don't. Um, no. I mean, I could, but it's no point because of the blessings I have. They outweigh the negatives clearly because I don't even know what they are right now. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I keep in contact with everybody that I feel will keep in contact with me. I'm staying focused. I have to decide what my next podcast is going to be, what my next book review is going to be. I'm debating between 3 different books, so we'll see how that works out. I'll try and remember to put the link in my description for this video. I have to remember to put tags on my videos. Yeah. Yeah. Lord. I hope y'all don't hear that. I won't even report what that is, but I hope you don't hear it. Yeah. So I'm just moving through life right now. I realized recently I do not wear as much color as I used to. I used to be a walking rainbow all the time, and I realized that recently I went to go pick something out to wear, and I'm like, yo, where are my colors at? All I wear now is gray and black, and it's just horrible. So yeah, I have to get back into who I am. I've allowed my external environments to alter who I am as a person internally. I've allowed relationships that didn't work, foolery, mayhem from individuals to alter me without recognizing it. And that's kind of the worst part that I didn't know. I didn't notice that I was going into a person that I didn't even recognize. It makes sense though, because I've been very, I don't know the word, just uncomfortable, for lack of a better term. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And now I'm starting to get it. Being home more often, it leaves for less distractions, which can be good or bad depending on how you deal with silence. If you're not cool with silence, it'll bug you out. If you are good with silence, it'll be comforting. I'm in the middle. I've been staying busy. 9 to 5 is work hours. 5 to 6, I'm chilling. 6:30, I'm meditating. For about a half hour. Sometimes I fall asleep. I go to sleep. I wake up and I decide on my next move. And then I go to sleep. It's probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I go back to sleep. And then I wake up and I do it again. And I have to actually just figure out a schedule system, because especially once I start my 2 jobs, if God willing, I get them both. I'm going to have to schedule out myself better. My time management skills are not that bad, but now that I have a certain kind of a routine, I'm going to have to see how I can fit everything in. So, I truly do hope all of you are doing well right now. If you've lost someone to the coronavirus or to any means, my deepest condolences to you. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I'm not the type of person who has this theory that it will never happen to me or whatever. Like, and no one is exempt from anything. March was a heavy month for me. I won't lie. A lot was going on that I couldn't control, and I usually go ape when I can't control what's going on. But like I tell you, I was just like, God, listen, I'm not even going to try to control this. I'm going to be grateful for what I do have and what I can do, and whatever I can't do, I'm just going to have to leave it to you, because really, me going crazy is not going to change the reality of what's going on. So, March was heavy. It was a learning curve. It was a reminder of a lot of different things that I thought I passed already, but I hadn't. And so in the next few weeks, I'm going to break those things down. I figure I should say hello again. But yeah, in the next few weeks, I'm going to break down all of the things that were occurring and how I dealt with them the best that I could. And of course, always like, subscribe, comment, just comment. I'm cool. I just hope that anything and everything that I say is beneficial to you guys. Even if even if it just makes you consider or rethink or reanalyze certain things or laugh or whatever the case is. I hope that it has some type of an influence in a positive way for you, because that's why I do it. So have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your days. Stay encouraged always. And it won't be like this always, which is a cliche, but it's facts. And if you stress yourself, you will only hurt yourself in the long run, because certain things just are not in our control, which is also a cliche, but it's true. And don't allow your test to be the end. Allow it to be a learning curve, so that you realize and recognize and remind yourself of where you were versus where you are and what you're going to be. Okay? Good night. Be well always.